and I heard gunshots in the distance. I am going to go see a bog monster. Here in Ohio, we have a Bigfoot. This will be interesting. I kind of have to turn my camera on going through a small town like this. I don't know, you've seen Easy Rider. You know what can happen.
If you wanna be a bird.
Yeah, buddy. On a double yellow. Got you, buddy. This is a road with no diversions, buddy. All right. So, up ahead of me, and about half a mile, is the Cedar Bog Nature Preserve. And believe it or not, this is like Bigfoot country back in here. The thing about the Cedar Bog is, you remember the movie The Thing? Where they had that big swamp monster, it was all covered in stuff. Well, people back here think that there's a Bigfoot, and it's similar to the Thing. Like it's a bog back here, so pretty much a swamp, or just really wet soil. But apparently, if you go hiking on some of the trails and things back in this area, you will find a ton of dead animals. So no motor vehicles. Woo! So this is it. Ohio History Connection, managed by Cedar Bog Association. This is interesting. so it's kind of cool. It's like a metro park almost, like one of the Prairie Oaks parks or something like that out where I'm at. Private drive. There's somebody lives up there. So anyway, I want to go up here, take a little break, get a little water, probably head back to the house. But let's check out what the lure is here first, if they have any on it. Okay, so apparently they have heard of the bog monster out here. It's pretty cool. She said it's not really a bog though. It's what they call a fin, which is like where water comes in, and it's really like an underground river, so there's always water running, and yeah, it's pretty cool. The bog monster, or the Ohio grassman as it's known, has been around for about 150 years. There have been sightings as far back as 1869 that have been reported. The description makes you think that it's a Bigfoot or something like that. Woohoo! Having some fun now. So, I met a very interesting lady today. Her name is Carol. So if you happen to come up to Cedar Bog or Cedar Fen, then ask for Carol. She's a really nice lady. And she said she had a farm not too far from here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'll pull over here, kind of in the shade for a second. Huh. This just had bad written all over it right here. There we go. So, I don't know if you guys hear me or not. Hopefully you can. But I'm out here still, just kind of parked to the side of the road in the shade, taking a break for a minute. And I heard gunshots in the distance. I think it's time to get out of here. It's a bit warm, considering it's 85 degrees right now. I got about a 50-minute ride back home, so it's a 50-minute ride here. Oh, I could have pulled in here. Dang it. So anyway, Carol was telling me that, I mean, there was a class going on right now, right then, and she was telling me that they were doing some research on trying to find DNA from some of the animals, or at least one of the animals that's in the bog. Whew. Sorry about the heavy breathing, but it's warm. And she said she had a farm around here, and she was telling me, I asked her if there's anything, you know, weird that goes around here. She had ever heard of the bog monster before, and she said she had. She said that she was out walking her dog in their field, and she came across 3 circles, like I don't know if it was impressions or the dirt had come out of the ground, but 3 circles like in a triangle on the ground. And she kept walking. She thought that was weird, and then she found 3 more circles same way, and she hasn't seen him since. So I guess it was a few years ago. And then oh, here's my turn again. Oh, gravel. I hate gravel. So she said that one day she was in there working, and some Shawnee Indians came in, and one of them was saying, you know, that his uncle used to take him out to the bog and tell him a story of where the Native Americans would lay down on the ground at that night in the day, you know, before they were supposed to die, and then they would sink into the ground, and you wouldn't see them again. So if you put that together with the story that I read in the Weird Ohio book, which is basically some kids wanting to get out of town for a little bit, they went to the Cedar Creek, I think is what it's called, and they went, I guess, camping for the night. The next day, nobody heard from them, so their parents went out and went to find them, and they couldn't find them. They were still like a smoldering fire where they were, and no sign of them, so nobody heard from them again. So I wonder if, you know, you put that story together with the story that the Native American was telling about, you know, people laying on the ground and then sinking. If they were out there camping and they were laying in a sleeping bag and their sleeping bag just sunk into the ground, I think I know where they went. Mystery solved. All right, well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not one of my longer videos, but it's interesting, I think, to go around the place you live and see and listen to some of the local lore and find out some information about it. So if you ever, oh, that kind of looks like her vehicle right there. I wonder. But if you're ever up this way and you want to go find a Bigfoot, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a Bigfoot. Go to the bog, and I think it's called Cedar Bog.